Welcome to, EndWalker. I didn't think I would be doing the post-game stuff, but I decided, might as well, since I bothered doing EndWalker's whole entire story streaming. Well, and if you saw that last one where you saw, like, a whole entire section that had no noise, that's because the Heaven's Word theme is apparently copyrighted, and so I can't. So that theme was completely muted. Well, let's go to the main scenario where we last left off. Everyone went off their separate ways. Who knew disaster happened so far? Back to normal adventure? I didn't even get paid well for my services. Okay, it's in the headquarters. Hello, useless. And if there's time, if I do manage to get through all this... Okay, I'm gonna be quiet for a bit. Seeing... In case this is a talking scene.
It's so much quieter these days without everyone around. Not that I'm pining for your return, you understand. I have my sources, and I know that each and every one of you is doing well and keeping busy with your endeavors. Meanwhile, I'm left with a surplus of free time and the question of how to make the most of it. What about you? Any plans for the immediate future?
My plans? I've been doing nothing but grinding at the same dungeon raid over and over and over again. And now I'm going to be hitting my head against the final boss of the game over and over again at a harder difficulty, just so I can get a mount. So basically, hell. Which let me think. A grand adventure, new adventure, of course. Not really. I would even say I was able to call it an adventure since you guys forced me to go and work for you guys. Submitting over it? No. I would be ...
After what you went through, I'm not surprised you need a moment to think. But if you're open to suggestions, I might have one for you. You've fought bravely and selflessly, helping those in need and saving our star from unimaginable threats. For your deeds, you've been hailed as the champion of Eorzea and a host of other incredible things. But why not put those titles aside for a while? Acquit yourself as a simple adventurer again, and travel the world in search of wonder.
I never claimed to have those titles. I'm just forced to beat them in Underel. I'm just gonna do that.
If you're having trouble deciding, just leave it to me. Thavnair, that's where you should go next. I doubt you were able to squeeze in a proper tour of Radzat the last time you were there. What with the burning skies and rampaging monsters and so forth. And I'm sure Vritra would be pleased to see you. Then there's the bounty itself. The Empire's presence in the region was always a deterrent to exploration. So if you've a mind to sail that sea, now's your chance. Just think of all the new experiences you could have.
I went through that place thoroughly. I don't think there's anything. I heard there's this dungeon to go spelunking, but I'll probably just spelunk it over and over again. Well, not over and over again, a bit, and then just put it on the shelf of routines. So, your idea is horrid. I hope you get in an accident. I know people are fans of this character, but I generally dislike the Lalafell race. Blame video game players, since I've seen too many video game trolls that play the Lalafell race. So I have now included. So now I know it's a bit speciesist, but I'm just considering it all Lalafells cannot be trusted. And also, you remember in terms of the plot, what Lalafells have done, really. This Hannah of Uda is pathetic. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that there hasn't been another civil war since that big guy has won.
Winds beneath the waters of the bounty. Zem's crystal. You may consider your duty to see at least that much.
Oh, I know that look. That's an adventurer ready to take on the world.
I'm not taking on the world. I'm just going to visit the said dungeon.
In anticipation of an occasion like this, I was planning to gift you a new set of traveling clothes, but it's still a work in progress.
I don't want anything that you have.
Shouldn't take much longer now, though, so sit tight and I'll have the last few bits sewn up before you can finish another cup of tea.
I hate tea. Sorry. Now go stab yourself with a needle.
Stitch in here and trim in
B.
there. Not the throat.
Yeah, normally I would just skip thing, but since you...
Just a little more to go. I'm sure you're still brimming with excitement.
But seeing that she's the only person of dialogue here...
I'm one with the needle. See how the fabric surrenders to my whim.
I see nothing. Seeing that she's the only one, I'm just going to let the dialogue play out.
Don't worry. I'll make sure the lining has plenty of pockets for all your little treasures. I swear adventurers are worse than children when it comes to hoarding every feather and leaf and animal hide they come across.
But what the backpack's for?
Oh, we mustn't forget the waterproofing. Gods forbid you forget to disrobe before plunging into the sea, or a river, or a piping hot bath.
The jokes between people and they just jump in. Is this supposed to be the ruins or the new raid? Or the new evil? Red darkness, okay.
And thus I am returned.
So that's the new evil of the game, of the next expansion, I'm guessing. If we don't take him out in this new game, if in this whole time part. As the story of the Asians is supposed to be over.
Ah, you're awake.
Are you done with the trash I'm never going to put on?
My apologies. I do get a little...
I don't care.
You seem awfully cheerful. Pleasant dream? Or are you just looking
No.
forward... Either way, I promise to provide you with new apparel. If you'll accompany me to the Diamond Forge, we can put the finishing
Why
touches...
do we need a forge? For an outfit. Sorry, I'm being so hateful to Lalafell race. There's just so much to be hated about, to hate them about. I just want to get to the new dungeon and the new raid. Why am I not using him out? I don't see the point of using him out for such a short distance. Some people just go, ooh, mount. I do not do that. This outfit is horrid, and it's too small. But I guess I have... So what do I owe you, since everything is required... I better slow down the... Well, I'm not gonna wear your trash. Ugh. I look horrid in it. Well, time to stuff it on one of my minions. Vendors, and never look at it again. Since I'm not gonna glamour anything in this outfit. Alright. The new dungeon. Okay, first things first. Getting rid of this junk. And of course my bag is messed up since I was on the PS5 earlier. Surprise. Listen, yep, it was a necklace. And that should be it. Oh, no, I need to put everything back in order. Material doesn't really matter. Yikes, makes me want to look at a earlier video just to get everything. That was... Wait, that should be there. This should be here. Yikes. Maybe I should just do that. Since my inventory doesn't really change that much. Since if I recall right, I had to do this during one of my previous videos.
Okay, resume. I just fixed my inventory since I'm working on a new playing on a new laptop.
Alright, forgot. I didn't look at my inventory back then. Well, hopefully I'll show up.
Why am I happy about the rings? Well, rings reset my space. I guess because you guys don't seem to have a lot of rings with this.
Oh, come on. Show me a scene worth my item bag.
So,
Okay, that looks correct. But I need to see. Okay, there we go. Found the image I wanted. That should be there, and that should be there. Green bot. Ah. That should be there. This should be here. This should be here. This should be here. This should be here. And there. That seems to be all correct. Now, looking at the image of my thing here, I have a lot less material than back then I had here. We had this like a stack of 84, but that was of the grade 7 variety. I'll have to buy some more. Bait's mixed up there. Done. But everything is fixed, so let's get going. Oh, right, I better turn off that video, since I don't want to accidentally hit, like, play. Because that would be bad. Okay, let's see. Alright, let's just do a quick edit on here. Add to stream and my Final Fantasy folder. Okay, just had to do some updates. Okay, back to what I... Raz up, whatever. Here, have some clothes that you can't even glamour unless you go up. Alright, I wanted to check something. Alright, no, never mind. I was thinking about, oh wait, isn't there a new outfit? Alright, I just remembered. Alright, that would be a part of something else. Eventually I'll buy this bait, but only when I'm actually going to go fishing again here. When I go fishing here. Which is, who knows when I'm going to be doing that. Alright, I need to repair my equipment. Was doing, as I said, that new end boss of this. Oh yeah, and there's new. This is the new feature. I'm not gonna fiddle around with much. Here, have the cannon fodder people. An eager people. I heard my mother was doing like this one here, Fate, and she was having troubles doing it. They don't have Heavensward or Bloodstorm up yet. And they don't have all the dungeons. Okay, well, that's enough for looking at that. This place we go to occasionally. Just bowing. Why would you even recognize me? So I'm just gonna... Your dance is horrid. I will give you a score of 2. First person perspective. I look down upon thee. Don't get him so drunk he can't tell me what's going on. Oh, I would have done streams earlier, but unfortunately I had to do some family helping, so I couldn't come do this earlier. So yeah, so I may need to take a break. I will most likely have to take a break in an hour to take care of some other things, but I will attempt to be back on as soon as I can to do another part. Yeah, sorry, I just can't stand listening to stream anymore for a bit. No, if they're just gonna keep yappering, they'll just keep yappering. Most likely. Theme still playing? Yep, same theme. Get this man some water. He's looks horrid. Okay. Huh, looks like someone else did the same thing. Okay. Yep. Where all those people are. First person perspective. You. No, I'm guessing talking's gonna come up real soon, so I'm gonna yammer up just in case.
Please, Ashal, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
What's all this about?
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. Can you spare us no kindness?
So, you hope to find your fortune? And what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake? What have you to offer in payment? As I thought. Come back when you've more than rags to your name. This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Arzadal III, one of the great satraps of Radzat Han, and a direct descendant of Alzadal Khan.
A map to Alzadal's legacy?
So he says. A fake, I'd wager.
This is no fake. The parchment is marked with an arcane glyph of passage. You may find the ruins hidden in the bounty, but you won't be setting foot inside without this in your possession. A priceless artifact it is, discovered amongst the rubble in the aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly. This map is the key to fabulous riches, and I'll be the king of fools to simply give it away. Be glad I am no such king, boy. Your scrawny-eyed would never return with that treasure alive.
Yeah, I see no reason to hate that guy yet.
Oh, cruel fate! Why must you tempt me with wealth I am powerless to claim? How I shall envy the one who purchases that precious map! Whatever they pay will be but pittance against the golden hoards they stand to uncover.
Yeah, this boy's just part of the act. I don't. Yeah, sorry, guy. You're clearly just before. Yeah, maybe, but now I'm listening to you. It sounds like you're just some guy he paid to pretend to be someone poor and stuff. If not, if you actually are having such problems, I'm just going to think, oh, you're just a... You don't even sound like you care about her, Ben. And this guy looks too clean. He, without his armor.
What have you, sir? Fighting man of your stature would surely relish the challenge of having Alzadal's lost fortune.
Alright, he just passed me up.
A fortune?
If I had but the strength to seize that treasure, my starving sister would never want for food.
Sorry. What? Sorry. He said it like he was on cue again. Let me stare at you. Oh, he's sorry.
I'll take it. Will this cover the price?
I wouldn't be surprised if the boy is acting. You didn't even look at what's inside. Oh, you know. Also, and if you think about it, in terms of, I'm wearing slightly different.
Well met, my friend.
Okay, resuming autoplay.
Someone is dressed for adventure.
I'm not.
But why Favner of all places? Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping.
I need your map. Now hand it over.
Ruins beneath the bounty. Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
Now hand it over.
With that sale, I do believe I've earned the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
He ripped you off.
You needn't mind us.
Okay, I won't be surprised if this guy comes and attempts to steal either.
And now I've fleeced one of the heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
This map may or may not be genuine. Either way, we'll need a ship to find out for sure.
Sorry, this map looks sort of fake. As the guy says, it looks like this map was just printed on a piece of paper rather than restored. Because I don't think lamination existed back then.
Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself. If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help ease the struggles of those who lost their loved ones in the final days. I hope to do for Thavnir what you and Alphino did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove. Come now. You know Alphino needs little encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploits.
I really hate Alphino. So don't mention him, please.
Speaking of precocious lads, that boy in the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant.
Knew it.
Suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims. Transparent act for the most part. It was not all mummery. the need to provide for his sister rang true enough. Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pockets, then I will consider it money well spent, whether the map leads us to the vault or not.
Hey.
You are coming along.
Yes, you're not. Shall we split expenses where I pay everything and you pay
I
nothing?
appreciate the concern, but there's one thing I've learned from my time with the Scions, is how to better manage my coin purse. Now, let's see about securing a vet.
Hopefully I don't have to pay anything like last time, since most of the time I paid for everything. Don't. But still, the cheesy acting of that boy. Oh yeah, one thing they've changed is you can now. Before, you noticed I had to go extremely slowly when I having people tagged along, and I couldn't warp when I had people tagging along with, you know, with these little things. Apparently they changed that, so now you can run around and use those port things. I'm sorry, I need to talk to my brother real quick. Well, Patrick? Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Give us your best boat. Now. I'm gonna steal the treasure after them. Rats, they spotted me. What will I say? Who? Yeah, state the cat. I question why is there even this thing here? Still. When it's so close to this. Ugh. Hello, worthless people.
Ah, Urgica, my good man. Would you be so kind as to...
Go to sleep. The world's gonna...
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
I wish you had sent word ahead. I thought I was having visions for a moment there.
Shouldn't you go back to sleep in the Crystal Tower? Or we're gonna have problems, and or you're gonna have... Because you have to close the time loop.
Raha and I have been compiling old records of the students' activities. We located several accounts in the archives of Numenon and added them to the collection we recovered from the Isle of Val.
And judging by the progress we've made thus far, sorting this pile will keep us occupied for days to come. But what brings you to the Annex, my friend? Surely you haven't come all this way just to watch us shuffle.
No, I'm here to kidnap you, so that you can do nothing and spot my basement.
The treasure vault of Alzadal III.
And you're looking for companions to join you on this expedition?
I'm forced to, but I'm not going to use you guys.
I would dearly love to accompany you, of course, but I'm afraid I'm committed to another task. On the subject of which, I had hoped to ask for your assistance.
Let me guess, a raid dungeon? Take him!
Then again, it's not so urgent that it can't wait until you've returned. You should go, Raha. I'll stay here and mind the shop, as it were.
Sorry, just imagine all this hair being super puffy.
Are you sure? I'd hate to leave you short-handed.
I'm sure. Just try to be back before too many moons have passed.
Well, I guess we're off on another adventure already.
20 moons later. Hey, return! Darn it! Why didn't you return faster? What were you doing? I was just standing around waiting for the companion, the hero, to get back. You just stand there? Where, you know, in terms of most plots, where the NPCs would just stand there as you continue doing nonsense as the...
Have you asked anyone else to come along? Then might I suggest we invite your stoner?
That's who I was going to invite next.
Ever since the Scions disbanded, she spent most of her time cloistered within the Great Gooble Library, hoping to piece together a method to traverse the rift. It would seem, however, that whatever wisdom she sought there was not to be found. She arrived in Charlotte. Considering what you've told us of Alzadal's extraordinary feats, I do believe your Stola would be more than interested to hear what you have to say.
do know you're going to be the But
splendid.
Of course, if you think of the.
Wait, before you go. I have another potential member to volunteer, if you've room to spare. Urianger. He sent the students a request for materials, you see. Treatises on the architecture of treasure vaults and the like.
I guess he's supposed to be the healer.
From what I can gather, the Loporrits are looking to make improvements to their own creation, and wish to learn more about how we build things down here. So, why not take Urianger with you? Let him study Alzadal's legacy firsthand.
How would that help the bunny?
None can deny the benefit of seeing something with your own eyes. If our expedition leader has no objections, I say we extend Urianger an invitation once we've spoken with your stoker.
No, none of you guys are actually going to spelunking with me. And that poster right there.
Safe travels, you.
That pitch right there.
Right. Then
makes
it's
me think of another game. It makes me think of a game called Bravely Default. The first Bravely Default, where fairies lie. Let's see, over there. Guess we have no Still using my Rin minion. I really wish she would be part of the main story. Again, she was one of the best part of. Then we get. I'm sorry, just. Can I jump on this disc? Yay. Guessing these are supposed to be used as elevators to get to lower floors, but I question some of these bookshelves. Well, at least they're not as bad as, well, other locations, but still same thing of problem of books. She looks wasted. Really, really wasted.
I've never known your Stola to doze off in the middle of research before.
Don't you know she looks like through 10,000 books? "12,000 years later."
Close my eyes for one
Aren't you
moment.
blind, so it wouldn't matter? If your eyes are closed, since you can't see anyways. Music suddenly stopped. Am I seeing things?
How long have you two been here?
Well, I would have woken you, but he didn't want us to.
Nor did I want to fall asleep. I must have been studying for 2-3 days straight before exhaustion finally claimed me. As you know, I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections. Well, looking for hints at least. I don't expect to find a simple set of instructions tucked away in some dark corner of the library. So I've been skimming through the stacks, hoping to uncover even a partial mention of any similar feats in the past. A means to travel between worlds exists, and you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. So I promised Runar, but 'twould seem I've set myself a nigh impossible task.
You needn't be so hard on yourself. The leap I made with the Crystal Tower was not achieved in an afternoon. It was the culmination of a collective effort spanning generations.
Oh, you think me discouraged? I assure you, 'tis quite the opposite. A daunting challenge and the time to sink my teeth into it. I feel like a fresh-faced student again.
I still question why we haven't...
A scholar in her element.
I still question why we haven't thrown you back on ice, guy.
Indeed. Was there something else you wish to ask?
I wish to drag you off to with us, so you could just sit and watch me do everything, like usual.
Alzadal is no minor figure in Harnish history, and much is known about his family. But this is the first I've heard of a descendant surviving a trip to another world. If those tales are true, then he may have left behind some clue as to how it was accomplished. An invitation to delve into one of the world's lingering mysteries. As if I could refuse. And whence do we embark upon this expedition?
No.
Achiali, by ship. But before that, we thought to extend an invitation to Urianger as well. He was in Thalmazane, last we heard.
Then by all means, let us recruit him, and be on our way.
I'm guessing this can be seen differently based on what answers you said, well, of who you decided to invite. Well, as I said, you saw I used the cat lady and these two. So most likely it could have been, the cutscene could have gone differently, but I do not know that for sure. As said, the only way I would be able to know that, just know for sure, is by, well, going through New Game Plus. Well, you know, the new game thing, which, as said, isn't the part, which I would have to wait for something like Part 3 to be able to complete. Well, at least I'm guessing, since looking at this dialogue. So, I would have to wait till Part 3 comes available. Well, maybe when I do Part 3, I will just quickly go check it out. Okay. But until then... what am I doing? Just save the guild. I'll just fly over there. Quick entrance was yep. Did I just have to check something? Did I? Hello, useless.
Ah, our illustrious champion. Cloaked in the mantle of the common explorer, fame set aside in thy pursuit of simple adventure. I am told a new expedition is in the offing.
I'm not wearing anything different. Well, this is the first time you guys seen me in these garbs, but no, I also never claimed any of that so-called fame, since I got nothing from that so-called fame. You guys literally just gave me pocket change. If someone offered me 10 billion gil to overthrow Eorzea, I would do it. At least that's an offer I could buy something with. You guys give me pocket change and worthless stuff.
He left to attend to some personal errand, but should be returning ere long.
You've been keeping yourself busy, I trust?
True to our plan, Thancred and I embarked upon a pilgrimage of sorts, with an eye for gauging the state of those lands through which we passed. Our travels were interrupted, however, by a request for aid from our befurred lunar allies. As you may recall, the Loperids had been seeking new purpose for the moon, another role through which it might serve to benefit mankind. The Forum hath been working to advise them in this endeavor, but I return to offer mine own counsel.
And this has what to do with treasure vaults, exactly?
Ah, you have learned of my predicament from Mistress Cryle. I know not whence they acquired such knowledge, but the Loperids now stand convinced that adventurers delight in treasure hunts.
Don't look at me.
Thus, with their newly built wonderland of riches and mystery, do they hope to entice all manner of daring delvers to the moon. So earnest and innocent was their desire to bring joy to the world that I found myself powerless to refuse them.
So their plan is to make an amusement park for adventurers.
But what of you, my friends? Why are you come to Labyrinthos?
You, of course. So you can stand around as I do stuff, like usual.
Fascinating. This is indeed a most fortuitous opportunity. I should be honored to accept thine invitation.
Do know you're going to be doing nothing.
How long hath it been, I wonder, when last our actions were not impelled by fate or desperation?
I would say never. I would say this is still desperation.
Aye. Though I cherish the Scion's accomplishments, 'tis pleasant to not have the weight of the world upon our shoulders for a change.
Sorry, it still is.
Counting Estinian, we number 5 now, yes? Without knowing what traps or perils await unwary feet, we may be wise to refrain from recruiting others.
I agree. Between us, we should have the skills to handle whatever situation may arise. Shall we be on our way?
What, no time to spare a word for the grizzled old bard?
No, we number 6.
All is well, I trust?
A wasted trip, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to catch up with a former mentor while you parleyed with the rabbits, but it seems our paths were not to cross.
I hope you guys get a new look for the next expansion.
That's because we didn't travel by experimental etherite. It's astounding what a lack of nausea does for one's sense of well-being. In any case, as we made our way around Ilzabard, we saw that much of the continent was in various stages of chaos. A certain amount of disorder is to be expected. The final days are over, and the people no longer have a common threat binding them together. That's the thing with these fledgling troubles, eh? You need to keep an eye out, lest they mature into full-grown headaches.
I would say that you guys are all headaches.
So, for what reason have so many esteemed personages seemed fit to gather?
You guys are there here to watch me do stuff. You want to go watch me do stuff?
Beneath the waters of the bounty, you say? I see you've already stolen away my traveling partner with the promise of unexplored ruins and scholarly glory.
Nay, 'tis not for mine own indulgence, but rather the fulfillment of my commitment to the Loporrits.
I would have loved to go for a dungeon. Well, if you've seen the opening for Shadowbringer, you see that Thancred is fighting something like an underground area. You're getting Ren from it. Well, she was just called Minfilia back then, but I'm just going to call her Ren. And you never get to go venture down there. I do hope they make a dungeon later that you go through it for some reason or not. Like saying, oh, there's still for some reason, some of those Sin Eaters still down there for some unknown reason.
Of course. And if you have Estinian rounding out your group, you'll likely have all the members you need.
Feeling left out? I could put in a good word for you, if you like.
We may have been released from our obligations, but I'll never be free of that merciless wit of yours, will I?
Do know you've...
In all seriousness, it is best I sit this one out. Too many former scions consorting with one another might be seen as a cause for concern in certain quarters. I'll return to my usual reconnaissance and scout out the situation in the Far East. Feel free to share if you come across any interesting revelations. Till we meet again.
Shall we also hasten our departure? Sir Estinian will wonder what hath become of us.
Well, if I get a quick if the dungeon thing is up next, I'll see about quickly doing it. Since, yeah, it's already, well, as you can see, almost tomorrow on my clock. Why doesn't it just let us travel back to to whatever place it's called. Aha, this mount. This mount. I spot 5 Butterfingers and just threw them away, just so I can get this mount. I'm guessing whatever building this year is going to be the dungeon. Oh, it's so hidden. Giant pancake. I guess this is the new thing I'll be buying. This alien soup, which apparently they somehow have. But I'll take the money. If they okay, I would say no. Alright, a couple more minutes before that happens. But okay, restart you. Restart you. Since there's no dialogue, the whimsy music. Oh look, lights down there. Well, bye guys. I don't need any of you. Ooh, 5. They increased the amount. Well, looks like I will do it. Well, we have one person saying it's hello, V healer. Team mostly of females and 1 male. Too bad we can't have 3 the whole team. Huh, too bad. Oh, I should have done one of these things before. Oh well. Well, I guess I was wrong about the betting it'll be at the tower, but if it ends at that place, I'm gonna be Not surprised. Done it. I can't get a real good look at these guys. Okay, I'm just gonna say zombies, okay? Through the waterfall we go, I guess. And it's a jellyfish. Well, I can make some jokes. Here's a sploon boss. Oh yeah, they changed how this trick attack works. Which I found out during my bouts with the Endsinger. No longer does increase everyone's damage, only your own. Locked up hallways like usual. Floating seafood. What did that do in my inventory? Bracelet. Don't want that in my inventory. Okay. Guessing that's, yep, mittens. Pack of killer seafood. I'm going to have to unfortunately look away from it for a quick bit. As said, normally I'll be taking care of something else, but I'm just doing the dungeon because it's came up so quickly. So periodically I will just look away from my game, and from this, here's, okay, oh look, and I deal. Guessing the next sub boss is here, the bounty. Is so Mug has it. Ah. Let's see. Yep, here it is. So Mug now has it. Ouchie. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna take my downtime. Just Okay, getting back up now. I get no heals. Okay, what's the tank? Just stay north. Okay, well now to work out a new pattern. I guess I would go dream within a dream, and then mug, then trick attack. Will be my new combination now that I do. More gloves. Probably if I had the companions here, they would be spouting on. Oh, look! Look at all this gold! Nonsense right now. Sorry, you're not allowed to go this way because there's mountains of gold here. Sorry, you can't go that direction since there's mountains of gold. Of guild. I wonder what's gonna break this wall. Oh, it was a tape all along. Mimics. The guy is mimics.
What have we here?
'Tis not unlike a Hunnish alchemical furnace in design.
Well, there is one way we might find out.
Stop! You mustn't touch it.
Vritra! Oh, my apologies. Should I continue calling you Varshan?
You may address me as you wish. My nature is no longer a secret. Still, this is not a setting I imagined for our reunion. Surely you've not entered these ruins as common looters.
Would that we could deny your accusations, but I fear you're not...
Great Vritra, might we beseech thee to explain the nature of this strange contrivance?
It was crafted by our alchemists at my behest, for the purpose of sealing something away.
You and I will speak later.
Not the time for frivolity, my friend. Not the time.
This something...
Perhaps I should simply show. I have lifted the seal, if only for the moment, by an authority only I possess.
A planar fissure?
No, my friend. Small though it may be, this is a functioning gate into the void.
Ah, darn. Oopsies, I was muted. Okay, well, as said. Oh, well, okay. I'll have to say it again. Well, I'm going to stop recording for it now so I can focus on taking care of my other business on my laptop. And then I will continue recording.